Hello my friends, welcome to another strong and spicy power flow. Today's yoga workout will be a dynamic, fluid and playful practice as we focus on building upper body strength, shoulder, arm strength, as well as core strength and some leg strength as well. So it'll be quite a full body spicy practice. I hope that you enjoy. And if you haven't already checked out my online membership site, Tana Studio, you're welcome to check that out. You'll find longer practices on there, full-length practices, along with breathwork and meditation and so much more. So if you're interested, the link is in the description box down below. All right, when you're ready to start, let's get going. You're welcome to come into tabletop. Coming onto the hands and the knees, stack the shoulders over the wrists, the hips over the knees. Spreading wide into your fingers, arch the spine as you find your cow pose, inhaling. Exhaling, round the spine as you push away from the ground. Moving slow here to begin with, finding some space through chest, spine, back body. Exhale, round. Inhale, lower the belly, lift the chest, shoulders peel back. Exhale, round the spine, lift up through the back of your heart. One more time, breathing in, lift the chest. And exhale, round the spine, contract. With that out breath, start to shift your weight all the way back. We will meet in a malasana squat here, so you're welcome to bring your feet nice and wide, heels in, toes out. As we get right into the hips, interlace your hands here and begin to circle the wrists out. Warming up the wrists as well. Just move the wrists in one direction, finding a nice steady cadence to the breath. Soften the face, soften the eyes, and then change directions of the circles. And then with that out breath, lower the hands down to the ground. Find a forward fold. Right hand stays on the floor. Left arm reaches into the sky. Now begin to play with straightening your left leg as you bend generously into your right knee. Feel into the opening through the lateral line of your leg and your hamstring. On the out breath, change sides. Left hand meets the floor, stretching right fingers into sky. Right leg straightens out, left leg is bent. Breathing in. And then breathing out, lower both hands down to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift, lift the chest. Exhale, fold forwards. Now rise up into a high mountain pose. Plug into the feet as you reach into the fingers, get long, lengthen out of the waist, and then gather your hands right into the chest space. Inhale, we grow tall again. Rise, lengthen. Exhale, fold as you wash the chest over your legs. Halfway lift, inhale. As you breathe out, bend your knees, walk forwards, make your way into a plank. Now push away from the ground, elbows straight, active through the upper body, your core, your legs. Feel that activity through the arms. Start to shift forwards and backwards, leaning the shoulders forward of the wrists and then driving the heels back. So your body is in a nice straight line, connect to your center. We will shift here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful hold. Chaturanga all the way down to the floor. See if you can find control. Inhale, cobra. We gently lift the chest. Exhale, soften to the ground. And again, inhale to rise. Exhale to lower. One more time, breathe in, peel the shoulders back. Exhale, soften down to the ground. Beautiful. Now tuck the toes under, pull the elbows in, get active through your arms as you push away from the ground. Come into a plank as you push away from the floor, hold, and then make your way back into a downward facing dog. Now let's begin to walk it out as you spread widely into your fingers, bend into one leg at a time, relaxing neck and face. Couple breaths here. And then on your next out breath, Start to drive the heels as close to the floor as you can. Breathe in. Now lift the heels off the floor, lift your gaze, bend your knees, find a crouching dog. Hug the chest to the thighs. Glide the body forwards in a plank position. Push away from the floor. Controlled strength, chaturanga halfway down. Upward facing dog, inhaling elbows straight, peel the shoulders back. Downward facing slowly, guide the bottom back. We'll go for a couple rounds like that. Lift the heels on the in-breath. Crouching dog, bend the knees, sink the hips back to the heels. Spring forwards, plank position, core engaged, hold. Chaturanga. Upward facing, opening up chest space, shoulders back. Downward facing hips, roll back. Beautiful. And again, lift the heels. Bend the knees, find control. Press into the fingerprints, shift forwards, plank. Chaturanga Dandasana. Halfway down, upward facing, beautiful. Lift the heart space through, rolling the hips back. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing. 2 more times, lift the heels. Bend the knees, pull the heart space to the thighs. Springing forwards, plank position. Chaturanga. Upward facing, beautiful. Starting to build a bit of heat, awareness through the body. Pull the hips back in space, downward facing dog. Last time, lift the heels, crouching dog, plank, take it forwards, controlled movement, bend the elbows, chaturanga. Upward facing, shoulders back. And then downward facing, rolling the hips back. Beautiful, landing with a full breath in. And then a nice big sigh through the mouth. Inhale, lift the heels. Crouching dog, bend the knees. Now lift your gaze and step, jump or walk to the front. Malasana Yogi squats. Hands together at heart space. Press the elbows to the inner thighs. Take an inhale. And then as you exhale, active squat. Start to come into a more lifted shape as you reach the hands out in front of you. Hold. Now straighten your legs as you reach the arms into the sky. Guide your hands right into the chest space. Inhale, we grow tall, reach the arms tall. Exhale, come back into an active squat, reaching hands forwards. Hold. Lower the hands down to the floor. You can step or jump back into a plank. Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward facing dog. And downward facing on the out breath. Beautiful. Lift the heels off the floor. Crouching dog. Bend the knees. Once again, take it forward. Stepping, jumping or walking. Malasana for a breath. Breathe in. Breathing out. Active squat. Arms reach forwards. Nice and low through the hips. Feel the burn in your quads. Hold. You got this. Beautiful. Straighten your legs. Arms reach tall. Inhale. Exhale, hands to heart space. Finding some play. Inhale, we rise. Lengthen out of the waist. Exhale, bring it back down into that active squat. Hold. Hands meet the floor. Stepping or jumping back. Plank to chaturanga. To upward facing. Breathing into the heart space. Downward facing dog. Take the hips back. Now take a nice full breath. And then one more time, lift the heels, bend the knees into the chest, crouching. Malasana, take it forwards, hands to heart center, inhale. And exhale, active squat, reaching hands out in front of you, hold. You got this. Straighten your legs, push into the feet, arms are tall. Guide the hands right into the chest. Beautiful, finding that rhythm now. Arms rise, inhale. Exhale, active squat. Hands meet the ground, stepping or jumping back, plank, chaturanga, hug those elbows in, feeling the activity through the arms, upward facing dog, downward facing, rolling the hips back. Beautiful work, guys. All right, so on your next round of breath, reach the right toes into the sky, three-legged dog. On the out breath, hug the knee into the heart space. Now hold as you push away from the floor. Lower the knee down till it's just hovering off the floor. And then bring it back in. We'll go for 5. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Hug it into the chest, hold. Now lightly land forwards, high lunge. Stepping foot in between hands, reach the arms into the sky. Hug the belly button in, breathe in. As you breathe out, shifting forwards, taking flight, flying warrior, pointing into back toes, engage the back leg. Guiding your left knee towards your chest, one-legged mountain pose, stretch your fingers tall. Now kick into the left leg, straightening your left leg, flexing through the left foot, active through your left quad, hold. Come back into your flying warrior. You can slow it down as much as you need. Reach your fingers back, point into the back toes. And then one more time, you're gonna bring this left leg all the way up. Kick the leg through and reach the fingers tall. Breathe in, feel your left quad, your left thigh fire up. Flying warrior, stretch the fingers behind you, reach the left toes back, inhale. Now exhale, land your left toes to the ground, warrior two, stretch through your fingers, ground into both of your feet. Stretching your fingers behind your back, interlace your hands, puff your chest out, lift your heart space through, and then bow forwards into a humble warrior. As you lean forwards, allow the arms to pull closer to the ground. Nice and low into this right knee, opening and strengthening the hips. Release the interlace of the hands. We meet in a reverse warrior, reach into the right arm long through your side. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down to the floor, low lunge. Come right into an easy twist. Now reach the right arm into the sky. Plugging the left hand into the floor, make your way into a side plank. So any side plank of your choice, you can get nice and high through the hips. You can lift the right leg nice and high, or just stack your ankle bones on top of each other. We hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful, guys. Right hand meets the floor. Step your right foot outside of your right hand. Lizard lunge. I want you to drop the left knee to the ground and just take a breath in. And a nice breath out. All right. Keeping those back toes tucked, lift your left knee off the floor. Listening carefully. Start to straighten your right leg as you bend into the left leg. Really strong through your quads here. Now keep this right foot flexed. Left knee is bent, right leg is straight-ish. Hold. Beautiful. Shift forwards, coming back into a lizard lunge. Inhale, lift the chest. And then again, take the hips back. Left knee is bent, right leg is straight. Hold. Beautiful. One more time. Bend into the knee. Lower the hips. Inhale. Exhale one more time. Take the hips back in space. You got this. Keep that left knee hovering off the floor. Inhale, shift forwards, lizard lunge, beautiful. Okay, now shift forwards, Malasana squat, hands to heart center for 1 breath in. And give it a nice big sigh. Beautiful. Now lower your hands down to the floor in front of you. You can wiggle your feet slightly closer together. Let's go for a round of crow. Lift the heels off the floor, elbows meet your triceps. Just beneath your armpits, shift forwards. Look forward slightly, find that point of focus, drishti. Continue to push away from the ground as you pull the heels to the bum. Don't worry if you fall a little bit, just find your way in a shape that is accessible. Try to contract the inner thighs together. Hold for another breath. All right, now you're welcome to step, jump, or however you get there. We're gonna make our way back into a plank. All right, beautiful work, guys. Okay, let's take a chaturanga. Upward facing dog, beautiful work. And then downward facing, we take the hips back. Beautiful, take a nice juicy breath in, and then release through the mouth. Inhale, left toes reach behind you, 3-legged. Exhale, hug the knee into the heart space, hold. All right, we're gonna go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug it into the chest, push away from the floor, lightly step forwards, high lunge, arms rise. Breathe in and out. Shifting forwards, taking flight, flying warrior. Keep your chest nice and lifted, hug the belly to the spine. Point into the back toes. Hug the right knee up and into the chest. Reach the arms tall, and then kick into that foot. Reach into your heel. Use your focus here. You got this, hold. Nice. Now, start to pivot that leg behind you, coming back into that same flying warrior shape, reaching hands back. Finding a sense of grace and playfulness. One more time. Let's bring this right leg all the way up and in. Arms tall, kick into the foot. Focus, balance, strength. Hold. All right, when you're ready, pivot this right leg all the way back, flying warrior, point into the back toes and reach through the tip of your skull. We lightly land warrior two. Take a breath. Hands behind back, puffing the chest forwards and between the shoulders, breathe in. Exhale, humble warrior, bow forwards as low as you can as you allow the arms to draw closer to the ground. Opening shoulders, deeply opening and strengthening hips. Hold for another breath. Making your way back up, we make our way into reverse warrior. Reach into left fingers, find that opening across your side. And then cartwheel the hands to the floor, low lunge. Right hand meets the ground, easy twist. Reach your left arm into the sky. Now firm into those right fingers as you make your way into side planks. So stacking ankles, or maybe lifting a little bit higher through your left leg. Play with what you got. All right, we hold for 5. Keep smiling. 4, you got this. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful work. Left hand meets the ground. Stepping outside of your left hand, lizard lunge. Sink your right knee to the floor for a breath. Relax. All right. Tucking right toes under. Engage the back leg as you lift the right knee off the floor. Take an inhale. Now, as you exhale, straighten your left leg as you bend into the right knee. We hold here. We hold. Feel into that. Yes, okay, shift forwards back into your lunge, inhale. And again, exhale, take the hips back. One more time, shift forwards. Exhale, take the hips back. Keep that right knee lifted off the floor. Left foot is flexed. All right, beautiful. Shifting forwards, lizard lunge, inhale. Exhale, Malasana, come forwards, hands together at heart space, lengthen out of the lower back as you push the pelvis, the hips forwards and through. All right, let's go for our crow pose. Having another round. You can wiggle your toes a little bit closer together, spread into your fingers, and then lean the weight forwards, lean the weight forwards, 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 shifting the weight of the body onto the arms. Playing with what you got. If you got crane in your practice, you're welcome to go there. Or one-legged crow. Go crazy, guys. Do whatever you want to do. Take a breath. All right, we're going to meet in that plank position wherever you are. You're going to step, jump, or just make your way back into a plank. All right, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, elbows straight. Downward facing. Hips pull back, push into the hands. Ground as you spread into the toes, fingers. Inhale, lift the heels off the floor. Crouching dog, bend the knees. Spring forward as we did in the beginning, plank, chaturanga. Upward facing, lift the chest. Elbows straighten. Downward facing, roll the hips back. One more time, lift the heels, bend the knees into the chest. Spring forwards, plank to chaturanga. Maintain that integrity through the movement, just finding control, upward facing and downward facing, guiding your bottom back. Inhale, lift the heels, crouching now. Look forward, step, jump, walk to the front. Malasana. Let's all meet here. Hands to heart space. Ground the heels and the edges of the feet into the floor. Breathe into your hips. All right, beautiful work. Now reach your hands behind you. Lower your bum down and then reach your hands out in front of you. You will find Navasana boat pose. All right, if you have it in your practice, you're welcome to play with straightening your legs here. So this is more quad strength more than anything else, but we're just about to get into our core, so hold. Maybe playing with one straight leg at a time. Just holding for breath. Holding for 3, for 2, and for 1. Now, low boat. Get nice and low. You got this, almost there. Hands over to the left. Engage the legs. Keep the head and shoulders lifted. Pull the belly button in. And then let's bring it back up. You can keep your knees bent here as you bring your way up. And then over to the other side. Hands to the right. Inhale to lift. You got this. Stay with me. Hands over to the left. Point the toes. Inhale, lift. And exhale over to the right. Inhale to lift it back up. Over towards your left side. Inhale to lift. Exhale over to the right. Almost there. Inhale, lift. Exhale over to the left. Inhale to lift. And last time, exhale over to the right. Now hold. Bring your hands to face forwards in front of you. Point the toes. And then relax your body down to the floor. Almost there. Last core exercise. Interlace your hands behind your head. Now reach both legs into the sky. Keep your legs straight. And then lower your right leg down till it's hovering off the floor. Right elbow draws over to the left knee. And then switching sides, left elbow to right knee. Exhale to change, keep the legs straight. Exhale, change. Inhale, change. Firing it up, plug that belly button in, change. And again, changing sides, right elbow to left knee. Exhale, left elbow to right knee. Last round, change. And change left elbow to right knee. Now bring both legs into the sky. Reach your hands out in front of you. Lift the head and shoulders off the floor as much as you can. Pull the belly button in. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful work, guys. Bend your knees in towards your chest. Wrap your hands around your knees. Give yourself a cozy squeeze. And just gently sway from left to right. Let the shoulders and head soften into the ground. If you're feeling for a nice big exhale through the mouth, go for it. And then you can gently cross your right foot over your left thigh, figure 4 stretch, weaving hands in between left leg. Interlace your hands around this left shin bone. Pull the left thigh closer into the heart. As you guide the right knee forwards, relax the face and just breathe into that opening, that stretch through your outer thigh. And then when you feel ready to do so, release that and change sides. Left foot crosses over right thigh. Simple outer hip stretch. Pull your left knee forwards as you guide the right thigh closer towards you to increase that stretch. And then on your next out breath, you can gently uncross your legs, guiding both knees into the heart space. Pull the forehead to the knees. Take an inhale. And then exhale. Release as you let it go. Stretch both legs out in front of you. Rest your hands on your tummy just beneath your navel here. And then make any final micro adjustments that you need to before settling into physical stillness here. Closing down the eyes, feel the movement of your breath. Maybe noticing how your heart rate gradually starts to slow and how your breath begins to slow down as a consequence. Feeling yourself physically and energetically settle. I invite you to bring an awareness to your breath and then begin to deepen it without trying too hard. Keep your body completely relaxed, shoulders soft, breathing slow and breathing deeply in and out through your nose. And really visualize your tummy expanding like a balloon into your hands on the in-breath. Then on the out-breath, letting it go with a sense of softness. Continuing like that, slow, deep, spacious breaths. When you notice your mind go somewhere else, bring your awareness back to your breath, letting every inhale feel a little bit more spacious, full, and relaxed than the previous. Let your breath take you deeper. And then you can allow your breath to find its natural rhythm, observing the very gentle and subtle movement of your tummy with each inhale and exhale. The subtle movement of energy moving through your body. Notice what that feels like. And then you can very gently begin to bring your awareness back into how the earth feels in contact with your body. The clothes hugging your body right now. The air around you in contact with your skin. And then begin to wiggle the fingers and the toes. Come into some gentle stretches, reaching the hands behind you. Point the feet, flex the feet. And then if you feel called to, you can hug your knees into your heart space and just cross your left foot over your right foot and rock yourself up into a cross-legged seat. If you're staying for a while longer, please do so. I always welcome that. Otherwise, if you're here with me, hands together, just take a nice, full and intentional, relaxed breath in and a slow exhale, letting that go. Thank you, my friends, for joining me today. I really hope that you enjoyed that practice. Please let me know how you went in the comment section down below. And if you did enjoy, please give me a nice big thumbs up, and remember to subscribe so that you are notified every time there's a new practice on here, which is weekly. And it is also the best way that you can support me and all of this free content that I share here on YouTube. All right, guys, I would love to chat with you guys in the comment section down below, and any requests, any questions are always welcome, and I try my best to get back to as many as possible. All right, have a beautiful day further, and I'll see you soon.